What's up, Guardians? Your boy Sly here, back at it once again with some more Destiny 2 news for you. Now, I just uploaded a kind of news recap for the past few days, and as soon as I was done making that video, a ton more news was there ready to take in. So here we are, back at it once again. So let's dive into the latest news coming out of Bungie in Destiny 2 here on August 30th. So first up, Wired Magazine had an interview with Luke Smith where they took questions from the community and answered them in front of the camera. Now, most of them were just like joking, opinion-related questions, but there are some slivers of goodness within. First, fusion rifles are getting nerfed. Like, the game isn't even out yet, and they're already nerfing stuff. Now, according to Luke Smith, fusions were a little overpowered in the beta, as I think we can all agree on, so they are taming them down just a little bit. But they are also bringing up other weapons as well, so they can compete with each other. For example, ADS speed on snipers was increased, as well as flinch reduction was decreased. They also widened rocket launcher area of effect, as well as damage within PvE. So that's a good thing. You know, usually when they nerf something, it gets nerfed into the dirt and nothing else changes. So bringing up other weapons to compete, you know, with all the rest of the heavies, that's a really good move, and hopefully this approach they will use everywhere going forward. Alright, next, before we get into the major topic of this video, let's talk about our friend, the PopTart. So, we all know that there are XP boosts coming with PopTarts, and it starts on September 1st. Well, according to a Reddit post, they were talking to a representative of Kellogg, the producers of PopTarts, and apparently, you can buy any kind of Pop-Tart, Destiny 2 box or not, and the XP boost will still work. All you have to do is take a picture of your receipt when you buy Pop-Tarts and text it to D2XP, which is 3297. Once you do that, they send you back an XP code. So it's not like you have to take a picture of the actual box itself or anything like that. It's just proof of purchase. So check the PopTarts website out for exact instructions on what to send. I'm pretty sure it's just proof of purchase. I'll try to find out exactly what you have to text and post it to Twitter here soon. Good thing is, I have an Aldi's right down the street with like dirt cheap Pop-Tarts. They have like original and strawberry, and that's it. I think Big Lots also has them cheap as well. So those are easy options if you're trying to get some XP boosts. Also, consider this. Buy Pop-Tarts for the XP, and then donate the actual food itself to the Red Cross for hurricane victims in Texas. Every little bit makes a difference right now, and I bet a few kids down there would love a nice warm Pop-Tart right about now. So if nothing else, you'll be helping out people in need and getting yourself a little in-game bonus. I think we can all get behind that. Alright, moving on, the next item on the list has to do with this bad boy. You remember that, guys? This exotic has been on the list of obsession for quite some time. It's been a huge topic back in Destiny 1, and now it's finally coming to Destiny 2. Well, turns out the name changed. No longer called the Dubious Volley, but rather Wardif Coil. Cricket. Yeah, I kind of like Dubious Volley better myself. But anyways, now we know the proper name of it. Okay, so as we keep going, more and more information keeps getting released, and the more of the story we start getting pieced together. Now, I won't ruin it with a bunch of spoilers, but this next part might be just a little bit spoilery. Nothing too big, you know, I wouldn't allow that. So if you're looking to go dark, go ahead and turn away now. 3, 2, 1, and okay. So, when the achievements dropped about the raid, and we found out the name, this ship right here was the first list of suspects. Leviathan has a lore connection with Destiny, and of course, there are connections with the Gigantic Beast, which was partners with the Traveler, but there are also connections with a bunch of names as well, like for instance, the constellation that huge star is in. But now we have proof that this is no longer just speculation. In the beta, a place console players have glitched into like many times, there's a small place where if you look just so, you can see the ship pop out in the sky above you. Now, it's hard to tell because of the depth, but you can clearly see the rounded corners right here. And of course, that city on top is a dead giveaway. So this rumor of the Leviathan is becoming more credible every day. Alright, and next up, audio files have surfaced from a bunch of data miners. And the funny thing is that Bungie knew what's going to happen, and there's a folder inside listed that has the name data mine on it. So, GG on that one, Bungie. But what has happened is that data miners have found tens of thousands of audio files. Now, I'm not going to go into much detail here because some of these are like spoiler to the max, as then they will ruin the ending type of spoilers. I've seen some YouTubers just nonchalantly throw these things out there, but these are like game ruining spoilers, guys. So if you're into that sort of stuff, the link will be down below. You can investigate that yourself, but I don't plan on ruining anything for anybody here. But the good thing is, not all of it is super spoilery stuff, and I can talk about that. And first up, Trials of the Nine. Looks like Trials of Osiris will now be called the Trials of a Nine. Now, we had speculations that it would be called Trials of the Nine, but no, clear proof. but now we do. Also, instead of just one game type, it'll be split up between Countdown and Survival, which was the game mode IGN debuted a few weeks ago. Also, the main person running these Trials of the Nine turns out to be a specific lady, but I'll leave it at that. I won't spoil the name or anything, but this confirms Trials of the Nine and all what will take place. Next, audio files have surfaced that suggests we are indeed getting a second social space. Now, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you've probably seen the video I put up last week regarding a second social space on Mars. Now, while we're not sure this is the social space that's in question, we do know that they refer to it as the tower within these audio files, but they also talk about the old destroyed tower. So it looks like we are rebuilding one, or at least moving into another one, because remember, all within the wall that surrounds the last city, there are towers built like, every so many miles, and they're there as fortifications. You can see it in this picture right here. And also, if you look over the edge in Destiny 1 while visiting the tower, if you look to the left or the right, you can see all along the wall, you have identical towers spaced out every so often. Now, if it's a tower built elsewhere, or if it's still by the last city, we're not really quite sure about that yet, but so far, evidence seems pretty solid that a second social space will indeed open up. Alright, moving on here, more audio files are showing that it is possible that we will cooperate with the Fallen. It talks about teaming up with them to try to drive the Cabal and Hive out on Titan. So even though we are fighting elsewhere, it could be that we team up with one of the last remaining houses. Now this would make it possible to be fighting other Fallen while still having peace and cooperations with others. Also, I made a video about my thoughts on the story going into Destiny 2 and beyond, and I called out that we might be linking up with the Fallen. You can see the link for that video right here if you're interested in watching it. Now, that video was all speculation, so don't worry, I made this like months ago. Alright, and one of the last things to talk about, guys, aim assist. Even on PC, if you plug a controller in, it gives you a certain amount of aim assist because, as we know, it's way harder to aim with joysticks than it is with a mouse and keyboard. Well, there's a device called XIM4 that allows you to get the benefits of aim assist while still using mouse and keyboard, which in my opinion is pretty much cheating. So I can foresee this becoming a huge problem because if you add the lock-on capabilities of aim assist with the precision of mouse and keyboard setups, you'll just wreck shop with headshots all day long. So hopefully there will be some way to detect this and issue warnings or bans, or just get rid of it altogether. We'll find out about that fairly soon, I'm sure. And finally, guys, the farm. Bungie will be opening up the farm to PC beta users tonight, August 30th at 5 p.m. Bungie time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Central European time. It'll be open for 2 hours this time, so you'll have until 7 p.m. PST or 10 p.m. Eastern. Definitely check that out because I'm sure stuff has changed since the last beta. But that about wraps it up, Guardians. Now, I could have went into a ton more detail concerning all those audio files, but I chose not to. There is a ton of stuff there, and even though my job is to help you all pick out the news from various sources, there's the news, and then there's spoiling it, and that's not what I intend to do. So watch yourself if you watch other YouTubers, because most of them are not filtering out any of this stuff at all, so just a heads up on that. Oh, and one last thing, there has been a video surfacing of Nessus. It's not on YouTube because it's breaking embargo. However, it is on Reddit. So we now know what the next big news drop will be, and that's gameplay of Nessus. Again, they will be showing everything about Nessus, just as they did for the EDZ. So be careful on what you're watching. And actually, guys, I'm kind of surprised Bungie let this much stuff out. I thought they were trying to keep secrets this time around. I mean, the latest video shows just as much as the EDZ video, like the entire patrol area, public events, lost sectors, enemies, adventures, the works. So basically now we've seen 50% of the playable spaces on patrol. That's a lot, man. It's kind of annoying if you ask me, but hey, it's Bungie's game. I'm just along for the ride. Anyways, I am out of here, y'all. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting the channel. If you're new to Sly Nation, thanks for stopping by, and we would love to have you here with us. Help me grow this channel by subscribing for more Destiny 2 content, spank that thumbs up only if you enjoyed yourself, and share this video with friends and family. Sharing helps my channel as well as other YouTubers out in a big, big way. So if you guys have the time, I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter or Facebook. Sly Nation Gaming is the best place to stay up to date on everything Destiny 2, as well as new uploads coming out of my channel. Take care, Guardians, and keep those eyes peeled for more D2 content in the very near future. But until then, this is your boy Sly, and I'll catch you guys next time.